A promising catalogue of global and Indian content priced much lower than the other OTT players currently dominating the Indian market. Amazon Prime Video's sharp proposition to attract a discerning consumer base has been doing the rounds ever since its launch last December. But the incumbents, namely Netflix, Hotstar, Voot and Zeel, have been attempting the same in a market plagued with connectivity and soaring piracy issues. So it goes without saying that Amazon Prime Video's journey won't be a cakewalk despite the array of options and pricing variables it has brought to the fore. Ronak Shetty set foot in the OTT ring only to get you a first-hand glimpse of some behind-the-scenes action from a world waiting to entice and entertain you with a gamut of genres. Feast your eyes.
Gentlemen, welcome to Fight Club.
For eons, entertainment that crossed conventional boundaries was confined by a stereotype. But in 2016, great content was no more limited to the age-old screens, as India opened gateways to over-the-top content. However, despite the heavy marketing and a blockbuster content lineup offered by many players, only 24% of the entire country's population accesses OTT on a weekly basis. That too, dominated by the urban base. But for Amazon, that's been planning the launch of its Prime Video service for almost a year, the incumbent story and industry's challenges only posed as the perfect launch strategy.
And for the first time in India, many movies will premiere exclusively on Amazon Prime Video first before TV.
Undoubtedly, it's both courageous and promising. But let's not forget, in India, the real challenge lies in wooing consumers to migrate to such services, given the infrastructural loopholes and the fact that Indian users are still hesitant to pay for digital content.
We do realize that in case of India, people would be worried about the data usage. They would be worried about the data speed that they have. And hence we've added a lot of features in India which allow customers to control how much data plan is being used. The technology, the streaming technology is very responsive to the bandwidth. So it can operate in 2G, 3G, 4G. Customers can download in a Wi-Fi zone and then view the content anywhere.
While experts and numbers claim that Hotstar and Netflix seem to be the dominant players on the OTT turf, it's only fair that we conduct a comparative analysis, understanding where Amazon Prime Video stands against its competition. While Amazon Prime Video's annual subscription fee is $4.99 per annum, Hotstar is priced at Rs 199 per month, and Netflix's lowest subscription plan is priced at Rs 500 per month. Plus, Amazon Prime Video earns the extra point in this domain by playing its e-commerce trump card, by offering free 1-day, 2-day and standard shipping, along with a 30-minute early access to lightning deals on Amazon India's website to its Prime Video subscribers. But is that enough to win the so-called price-sensitive Indian consumer?
The pricing game is quite overhyped in a market like India because video has become so much commoditized. You have videos for free, you have original content available for free.
The experience, the customer experience, the content, we talk about original content, regional content. All of this will become very important kind of roles in terms of sustainability of the customers.
Moving forward, let's have a look at the content library offered by Amazon Prime Video, Hotstar and Netflix. Netflix and Hotstar seem to be the heavyweights in this battleground, given that Amazon Prime Video has a catalogue of about 560 movies and 200 shows, which seems to be quite fragile when pitted against its competition. Take Netflix content roster for instance, that has 1,400 movies in totality and about 600 TV series. Hotstar, on the other hand, holds the exclusive rights for some noted HBO shows and a wide array of sporting events, along with an additional advantage.
The first mover advantage always works. If you look at Hindi news channels which launched 15 years back, vis-a-vis channels which have launched a year back. Despite they carrying the same breaking news, the same content, people would still glue to channels which have been there in the business for the last 15 years. It's habit. It's a first mover advantage. And Hotstar will definitely enjoy that advantage.
According to a recent report by Chrome Data Analytics and Media, OTT players ought to focus on regional content as inclination towards regional content is increasing. And that's when Hotstar steals the show by offering content in 9 regional languages, whereas Amazon Prime Video offers content in 6 regional languages. But here's when the game gets even more interesting.
I think the kind of content that's interesting out there is limited by the opportunities that content creators or storytellers in India have. I think the most empowering thing that we as a company can do is to empower them to get their stories in front of different customers. And our Originals program is doing that.
Now this is something that's missing from Hotstar's catalogue. And even though Netflix's recent partnership with Phantom Films to roll out an original series of its own titled Sacred Games, the odds still seem to be favoring the player that's looking to release 17 originals, collaborating with the likes of Excel Entertainment, Dharma Production and Phantom Films.
The economics of producing original may be slightly difficult for many players because it's not easy to recover money at this stage. And Amazon coming with the deep pocket in this market again will be a bit of advantage to them.
The whole idea of originals really came from a different world in which many streaming platforms, many video platforms did not have access to the best stories that were being created in the country. We are currently exploring a new format, understanding that there's a lot of appetite for theatre in the country. And we're looking at investing in that format.
Now the overall report card suggests that Amazon Prime Video scores well in 2 categories, namely its pricing and regional content variety. But on the flip side, Amazon's self-censorship route could possibly lead to a decline in its overall score, given the reactions shared by its early subscriber base. In response to all that has been spoken and tweeted about, a spokesperson from Amazon Prime Video stated that we respect our consumers' preferences and will comply with the regulations applicable to our service. Amazon is a responsible company and we are here to entertain the Indian consumer with award-winning content from the United States, along with blockbusters from Indian and regional makers. We will keep Indian cultural sensitivities in mind while offering the content to consumers.
It's a bummer for sure because a significant percentage of the demographic or traffic that comes through either mobile broadband or OTT platforms is a younger demographic. So typically the 15 to 35 years age group. And if you happen to see a lot of censorship on OTT platforms, Amazon or otherwise, it's obviously going to hinder.
But there are 2 distinct factors that might just help Amazon take the lead in the OTT space. The first being its India Originals content lineup and the kind of reception it gets from Indian audiences. And the second being the fact that Amazon India has reportedly made a bid for obtaining the digital rights to broadcast the IPL. So feast your eyes for a stunner of a year as the content outburst on the OTT platform promises to blow your mind.